Hi friends, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you that might be new here, hi, welcome. My name is Megan and today we have a bins haul. I'm very excited to share with you some of the things I found over the last 3 bins trips that I made. My bins has been doing a number of different things lately. First of all, the price went up on January 2nd to $1.99 per pound. Boo. Which is 10 cents more a pound. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you shop there and spend as much money as I do at the Goodwill outlet, it definitely adds up. So that's a bummer. They have been doing a lot of things where at one point in time they weren't bringing out any clothes at all, 0 clothes. I think I took a picture one day when I went and they literally had no clothes on the floor and weren't bringing them out for the next week, they said. So that was a thing. And they have just been doing a lot of different things lately, and they seem to be back to how they regularly switch out the bins on the floor, except I would say 99% of the stuff they're bringing out now is store pulls, which obviously is not what you hope for. You hope for the raw donations, which I would say, in my humble opinion, almost never happens at our bins anymore. E-commerce is getting a lot of the raw donations to look through first. Anyway, all that to say, a lot of these things are store pulls, but a lot of them I think I would have purchased at the regular store, so I'm very happy to have paid bins prices for them. First, I do have a hard goods to show you. This was in a toy bin and I saw it and immediately knew what this was thanks to TikTok. You might too. If you are on TikTok, you might know what this is. This is indeed a Labubu. Now, I picked it up and it was like this already opened, but I could tell something was in there. So I haven't peeked inside yet. If you are new to Labubus, these come, they come in like a box set where if you buy the whole case, you can buy, multiple boxes. These are called blind boxes, I think. And essentially what everyone wants is the mystery one out of the blind box. So you have a shot at getting one of these or the mystery that you don't know what it looks like for the set. And that's the expensive one. For a while there on TikTok, these were super viral and people were like buying up all of these. These were very hard to get. So I doubt the mystery one is in here because I'm assuming that's why it was at the bin. Somebody didn't get the mystery one and that's what they were hoping for. So let's open it up and see which one we get. Those again are all of the options plus the mystery one. And this is the Big Into Energy collection, and I do believe, based on looking at this box, that this is a real Labubu and not a fake Labubu. It looks like it indeed is from Pop Mart, and it does have the little QR thing right there that you can scan on the box. I haven't done that yet. I don't know if I'm gonna list this. I don't know. We'll see what's in there. Okay, let's see what we got. Oh, the blue one. What's the blue one called? Hope. Oh my goodness. I've never held one of these before. Interesting. Okay, so it feels really nice. This keychain feels really nice. And this feels like a really nice, like, little thing. Oh, his feet move. You can and he's marked down there. Oh, on the bottom, Pop Mart. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but he is marked Pop Mart. He's kind of like cute and scary at the same time. A lot of people use these as bag charms if you are unaware, so they'll hang this off their purse. He's really cute, actually. I don't know how much he's worth, but if somebody out there has been looking for Labubus and couldn't get Labubus and wants this, please let me know. I will list it for you if you are interested in it. Otherwise, I'm assuming I'm just going to keep this. I don't know. I can't imagine that it's worth anything, not being the mystery color one and being that it's already open. I think had this box been sealed and we were unsure what was inside and it could have been the mystery one, then I would have listed it, but a Labubu. It's just so funny what you see at the bins, especially things that are like super mega viral, ended up at the bins. And this literally looks like maybe it was somebody's like Christmas present or something and they didn't get the one they wanted. Anyway, okay, onto the rolling rack. First, this was in the background of one of my recent videos, and somebody actually, I think it was Cheryl, did comment on it. This is a stunning, stunning strapless lace wedding gown. I don't think it has a brand, right? Let me just make sure. I think there's no tags whatsoever, unfortunately. Yeah. But I love the style of this gown. It's got like a sweetheart neckline, and then it does have these little like, I don't know, scalloped bust details there. It's absolutely beautiful. And the little bust details also have a lace trim. Hello? Absolutely stunning. Let me see if I can show you the lace a little bit better. Beautiful, delicate floral lace with tulle underneath. Very ballet core bridal. So we will see how this does. Again, I haven't done any research or anything on this gown, but it was very well made. So I did pick it up even though it had no tags. And I don't think it has any major flaws, maybe a stain or two, like a small spot or two. And I think I did see a tear in the lace or the tulle somewhere. But other than that, okay, so there is a stain. I don't know if you can see right here, there is a small spot. So she's not perfect, but I think she's absolutely beautiful. I think the color is beautiful. It's like a champagne color. So we'll see how that does. Make sure she's just hanging nice up here. Okay, next. This is so nice. And if this fit me better, I would be keeping this, but I think it's a tad bit small for me. This is a felted wool, right? I think it's wool. Yeah, 100% wool, rag and bone, like fedora hat. So nice. I love the colors. Very light dove gray color with this little leather trim here. And like I said, this is by Rag & Bone. There is the tag right in there. It is a size small. So we'll see how that does. These I would imagine retail for at least a couple $100s. And this one's in really nice shape. So we'll see how that does. Rag & Bone. I have the first of many cashmere items. I'm so glad I have found so many nice cashmere pieces over the last few thrift trips that I made. And I think a lot of them got left behind because they had like pilly balls or signs of wear or something. And my sweater shaver has put in some work over the last week, but that's okay. These sweaters are so nice. This is a Madewell recycled cashmere cropped turtleneck sweater in this really nice oat shade. I do believe it's a size extra, extra small though. Oh no, just an extra small. And again, this is a Madewell resourced cashmere sweater. It does have a small spot right here on the neckline, but other than that, this is in excellent condition. So we'll see how this does. Sorry friends, my light died, so I had to grab another one really quick. Now I'm just trying to get the, okay. Where were we? We were on to this, I think. This is a super nice vintage, like coat again, coat sweater, coat cardigan sweater. Really nice. I think it does button, or is that a just for show? No, it does button, but this button is kind of loose. So it does have a single button closure here in the front. This is a brand I have heard of before. Just kidding. I've heard of Leroy, but I haven't heard of Bonnie Lee, a division of Leroy. Here we go. Here is the tag right there. And I picked this up based on what it looked like, but also the fabric content is 90% mohair and 10% nylon, which I think is a fabric mixture that will do really well. Besides the fact, look at this, like almost gives like Missoni vibes, chevron stripes. I love this. And it gives very much so like oversized, cozy vibes. I think this would keep you really warm. It's also not itchy in the slightest bit, which is fantastic. And like I said, a lot of things were store pulls. This indeed was a store pull. $12.99. Perhaps I actually would have paid $12.99 for this at the regular store. I do believe this will do really well. I haven't looked up comps for it yet, but I am semi-familiar with the vintage Leroy brand. And like I said, the fabric content of this sweater, I think, will help it to perform really well. Look at that chevron. So cool. So we'll see how that does. Next, another long cardigan sweater, except this is new with tags. Oh, I love the color on camera. Absolutely beautiful. So this brand is a brand where the piece really matters, because I would not pick up every single item from Show Me Your Miu Miu, except this cardigan seems to be one of their sought after pieces, and I'm very excited that mine happens to be new with tags. Would I have paid $12.99 at the regular store for this? Absolutely, based on the comps for this particular sweater. I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called. I want to say it's like the Woodstock sweater or something like that, but this is a gorgeous Penny Lane-ish vibes open wear cardigan with this really nice rib knit. It's got drop-in front pockets, a faux fur collar trim, and it is new with tags. It's a size medium, and here is the brand tag. If you have never seen it before, Show Me Your Miu Miu. Maybe you can see it a little bit better. There we go, on the actual tag. So we'll see how this does. Very, very excited to get this listed and see how it performs. I don't think it will last very long. Speaking of getting things listed, I do use NIFTY to list all of my items across all of my platforms, which are Poshmark, eBay, Depop, and Mercari. So if there is something that you are interested in from this haul that you do not see listed across those platforms, please let me know in the comments below. I will get it listed for you just as quickly as I can. Next item is a really great fabric content piece and fashion aesthetic piece that I think might do well on Depop. This is a black little faux wrap cardigan sweater that I think is perfect for ballet core, even perfect for clean girl aesthetic, because it is a cashmere sweater. It is black, and you might be thinking black doesn't go with ballet core. It absolutely does. Like I said, this is a cashmere sweater. This is by Ann Taylor. Hello. It's a size small. And again, it is that faux wrap style, very ballet core centric. And this was $6.99 at the regular store. Probably, yes, I would have spent $6.99 on this just because it is an 100% cashmere sweater. And as far as I'm aware, there are no flaws, there are no holes, no stains, no nothing. So I think this will be a really easy sell based on the style and on the fabric content and tailor. And another cashmere piece. This one I haven't hit with my sweater shaver yet. It was $6.99 at the regular store, and yes, I would have spent $6.99 on this at the regular store because there is no flaws except for the fact that it does have some pilly balls, which I will again get off with my sweater shaver. Gorgeous color. Now that I'm looking at this on camera, it's really pretty in person too, but absolutely stunning color. This is a really nice Garnet Hill mock neck cable knit front cashmere sweater. This is a size medium, and I think I said $6.99. Yes, I would have spent $6.99 on this. All these pilly balls here will come off very easily if I just run my sweater shaver over it, and it will look 1,000 times better. Garnet Hill. Next is a new to me brand, and I'm very excited that it is new with tags. This is an Aritzia Sunday Best cable knit quarter zip mock neck sweater. I don't know if this is white or cream. Does it say? Whisper white. Okay, awesome. So I don't have to guess. This is a size medium. Like I said, it is new with the Aritzia tag. So that's wonderful. I wonder how much Goodwill was asking for. $7.99. That's not bad at all. Probably, yes, I would have spent $7.99 on this. I don't know the full retail cost because somebody did take that little portion of the tag off, but I'd imagine this was at least $85 retail if I was guessing. It's very soft, and obviously in excellent condition because it is new with tag. So I'm very excited to see how this does. Again, here is the tag, Sunday Best by Aritzia. Next, oh my gosh, I'm just going to leave the hat on the ground because I'm tired of picking it up. I love this. I love the colors and the pattern and the collar of this freaking dress. Look how stinking cute this is. This is the Comfort Coat by Sears. I imagine this is like, you know, a house coat, house robe, something like that. Really cute little button front, I don't know, dressing gown. Absolutely adorable. I love the very much so like 60s mod, almost 70s vibes to this. Let me stop moving around so you can really see. Are you kidding me? And look at these orange snap buttons. So cool. One more time, there is the tag. And I love the little Peter Pan collar. Yes, I think this will do really well. Next, more cashmere. This is a Neiman Marcus cashmere piece. And if this wasn't in such nice shape, I probably would keep it for myself, but I don't need it. I do believe this is dang near new without tags. I think this is the original little plastic barb from the Neiman Marcus tag. This is a stunning blue turtleneck cashmere sweater by Neiman Marcus. It is a size medium and is in excellent condition. Look at that blue color. Hello. Like a really gorgeous cobalt. I said it right. Cobalt. Yeah, that's right. Cobalt. That sounds weird when I go to say it in a sentence. Whatever. Blue. Absolutely stunning. And I think this will do really well. This was not a store pool, as far as I can tell. Neiman Marcus is a gorgeous dress and a brand I don't have that much experience with. Here is the tag. If I'm not mistaken, perhaps they are sold sometimes in Anthropologie. I think that's where I learned about this brand to begin with. Really beautiful, kind of like burnout velvet, one shoulder long sleeve dress with a really cute ruffle hemline at the bottom. Absolutely stunning. This is a size medium and I really love this like shimmer that this pink fabric has going on. It's almost like somewhere in between an abstract animal print and a floral, depending on how you look at it. Like right there, I feel like it looks very floral, but then when you look at it from another way, you can't really see the floral. Really cute. So we'll see how this does. Absolutely stunning. Next is a piece that's already sold and I have to actually pack it up as soon as I film this haul. This is stunning and I'm so excited that, first of all, this wasn't like a Shein or Temu or fast fashion of some sort piece. This is a really beautiful printed graphic cardigan sweater, like a duster length cardigan. Look at that. Hello. And this is by Ali Falcon, I believe is the brand. It's really hard to read her logo there, which as a consumer, that's no good. If I can't tell what that says, that's not a good thing. It's a size small. And like I said, this is already actually spoken for. I believe it sold for either $99 or $90. I think that was right around $50 off of my asking price. So a really great flip, especially from the bins. This is in excellent condition. And it seems like this brand pieces are... certain pieces are desirable, and I think this is one of them just because of the very intense all over graphic on there. What does it say? Choose people that feel like sunshine, something like that. Stay close to people that feel like sunshine. Again, I was very tempted to try this one on and potentially keep it, but I usually shy away from most of the open wear cardigans that I have, except for two that are like more coat cardigans than a sweater. Again, very cute. Here is the tag. Perhaps something to look out for. Ali Falcon, I think is how you say it. And like I said, it's kind of hard to read that, but I do believe that's what it says. And I'm actually going to put this over here so I can remember that it needs to go out just as soon as I'm done filming. Next, Oh, these would be for me if they fit me, but they do not. Well, I haven't tried them on, but I don't think they would fit. These are a pair of aloe, crispy aloe pants. They are in like new condition. They're like a high-rise, slim, wide leg. I would give them in between work and activewear, almost like travel pant. They're that really soft, like water resistant almost material. I don't know if I said already, they're a size extra small, and these were $8.99 at the regular store. I absolutely would have paid $8.99 for these. There's a little reflective logo down there at the bottom. Aloe is something I don't find often, and if I do, it is pretty worn, so I usually leave them behind. So I'm very excited to have scooped these up, especially at the bins. I think one of the reasons I was able to find these is because they don't look like a typical aloe piece. They're not a legging that somebody might think is Lululemon. So very excited to find these, and $8.99 would not have been a bad deal at the regular store at all. Next, I don't know how this one made it through the regular store. $5.99. This is a Max Mara 100% cashmere little cropped cream sweater. Hello, and the Max Mara tag is intact. It is missing the fabric tag, but I was able to pull up this exact sweater using Google Image, and someone has one new with tags with the style name, the color name, and the full fabric content available for me to see. So I know that this indeed is, in fact, a cashmere sweater. Again, here is the tag, Max Mara. I'm not sure what size this is, but based on looking at it, I would just guesstimate it's maybe a small medium. Again, $5.99. Crazy sauce. This is crazy too. I couldn't believe this made it through the regular store. $9.99, perhaps because it was a tad bit more expensive. This made it through the regular store. This is a Maeve by Anthropologie chocolate brown jumpsuit, and it's got this like really retro vibe going on for me, at least. It's a jumper style, and then it has this contrasting buttons and trims in white, which I really love. I think it really makes this like chocolate brown color really pop. I don't know if I told you already, it was $9.99 at the regular store, which perhaps may have been a hair too expensive. There is the tag, Maeve by Anthropologie. These are the Colette, and they are a size US 6. Love the color on these. And I think I am going to list these now instead of waiting to list these with my spring summer backstock. I'm kind of slowing down now on backstocking spring and summer things and listing them as I find them. I do have, I think it's 2 giant bins full of spring summer things that I have been backstocking all winter, which I will start listing next month. Okay, next. Ooh, this is fun. This is a vintage like bed jacket, I guess you would call it. It ties right here in the front. This is very soft girl, even very ballet core with the little ruffles and the collar and all of that. It is a very light pink shade. I don't know if you can tell up here where it's kind of more sheer is a very baby pink. And then here is a kind of like off-white cream color. The sleeves, I do believe, used to be a little more tight than this. They just have no elasticity anymore. It does have a few small spots and stains like that right there. But overall, this is in really great shape. And I love that this actually has a brand tag. And I've never heard of this brand, so that makes it extra fun. It is 100% nylon, which if you're not new here, we always love. It's made in USA. It's a size small. And here is the brand. Whoa. There we go. What does that say? Van Rallet Myth. So we'll see how this does. Little vintage, maybe 60s bed jacket. Super cute. Next. Oh my goodness. So, first of all, this was a store pull. And secondly, it is the longest one of these that I have ever found, which is very interesting to me. And hopefully it adds to the value. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust it so you can get the full effect of how long this actually is on the hanger. So this is folded exactly in half. This is a stunning vintage fringed Burberry 100% lamb's wool scarf. And look how long it is. If I remember correctly, I believe it's like 103 inches long, somewhere around there. And if you can handle it, it was $5.99 at the regular store and nobody bought it. Hello? Hello. And it's like, it's crazy because every time you see a scarf that's any sort of iteration of this check pattern, as a reseller, I'm sure, you grab for it, hoping and praying that it's Burberry. And when it is, it's like the heavens have opened up. Hallelujah. Thank you. Burberry. And this is a vintage Burberry scarf. Not like super, super vintage, but it is a vintage scarf. It's 100% lamb's wool, like I said. And it, again, is the longest Burberry scarf I have ever found. So we shall see how this does. And as far as I can tell as well, it is in fantastic condition. Very, very exciting. And it's been a while since I found a Burberry scarf. I think perhaps the last Burberry scarf I found was a pink cashmere Burberry scarf, and it was at Plato's Closet for $12. If I can remember. Okay, next. Another cashmere item. This is a J. Crew Italian cashmere extra small hoodie, which is really nice. I love that it has a hood. However, this one does have a stain right here. It had a few other small stains and spots when I found it at the bins. I did pop it through the wash by itself on a cool cycle and hung it to dry, and it came very clean for the most part, except for this one spot right there on the pocket. I don't know if you can really see that. That didn't lift out completely. Other than that, though, it is in excellent condition. I don't know if I said already. J. Crew, size extra small. Here is the J. Crew tag. Very, very soft. And I love this, like, kind of like coffee color. If this was my size, again, I would keep this. I tried these on and I didn't like how they fit me, so they are for sale. A really nice pair of ribbed Vince pull-on pants. They are a size medium in, again, a stunning chocolate brown color. And these are really great, like, transitional piece as well. Something you could wear right now and then carry on throughout the whole rest of the year. And I do believe they're full length. Yeah, they're a full length, and they may have, I was going to say a slight flare, but maybe not. Maybe they're just like boot cut. Really great. Closet Basic by Vince. Next, this is so exciting. So exciting. And I thought I knew what this was. I thought it was a good brand, put it that way, when I first saw the label fly by me in the bins. Because if you've been to the bins, it's a crazy place. If you're paying attention to what you're doing, you might be missing something that somebody else is throwing right next to you. It's just a lot. So I was just like digging, and I glanced up and I saw this label staring at me, Houdini. And I was like, wait, I think that's really good. So I grabbed it really fast, and I actually didn't look up comps until I got home because I was just relying on that little nugget inside of my brain that hopefully this is good. And indeed, this is good. I do believe these are like $230 or $280 retail, very expensive, and they have a great following. So I'm excited to get this listed and see how it does. I don't remember off the top of my head if I've ever had any actual experience myself with this brand, or if I've just seen it and knew that it was a brand to be on the lookout for. Here is the brand one more time. It's also right there on the hood. I do believe that's their little logo, this little, like, I think it's like supposed to be like a stick figure. And this is a women's size small. This, again, was a store pull. $8.99 at the regular store, 1,000%. I would have paid $8.99 for this at the regular store. The only thing I will say is it looks like maybe somebody, I don't know, brushed up against like a brick wall or something right here. It's got like a texture to the back that's not supposed to be there. I don't really know if you can see. Almost like pilling, but it definitely feels like the fabric was caught on something that was porous, but other than that, in fantastic condition. So we'll see how this does. I'm very excited to see how this does. Another cashmere piece. This one was pretty worse for the wear when I found it. And I think that's why everyone passed on it at the bins. It had a ton of pilly balls all over it, but I did hit it with my sweater shaver, and I would say it looks not brand new, but it looks so much better. I should have taken a picture of it before I cleaned her up. This is a State cashmere sweater. I've never heard of this brand, so I'm very excited to see if this brand carries any weight in the resale market. It's a size small, and it's a really nice like dusty blue color. So we'll see how that does. No holes or anything like that. Next, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So it baffles my mind that this made it through the regular store. Yes, it did. Okay. $14.99. Perhaps just the average person thought, based on looking at this was too much, but someone who knew brands probably would have picked this up if they had seen it. This is a Baya by Johnny Was. Open wear, hooded, like cardigan. It's not a duster. It's not quite that long. It goes to like right past your knee length. Cardigan sweater. And it does have gorgeous floral embroideries all over it, even though the majority color is gray, which I kind of actually love. Gives very like Lag&Look artsy, art to wear vibes. I think this is going to do really well. Even though Johnny Was has come and gone in popularity, I do think this piece, being that it is pretty substantial, will do pretty well. If I didn't say already, it's a size medium. The only thing I did note, again, kind of like that other, the Houdini jacket, this has some pretty significant, I would say, wear to the fabric right here. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like pilly balls. I have not tried my sweater shaver on this yet. I will very gently try it and see if that makes it any better. Other than that, though, this is in really, really great shape. So we'll see how this does. I love all of the embroideries. Beautiful. Johnny Was. Oh, it's for the mans. I found one men's thing. That's what I'm saying. That one regular thrifter where I got so many men's items, and I only have 2 left. I have the Daheen shirt still and 1 free note button up left. All of the other men's items I found from that trip have sold. Oh wait, and I have the Vince sweater. So I sold what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men's of the same man's clothing from one thrift trip in like the span of 72 hours. Anyway, this is for the men. This is a new with tags Nike, I would say windbreaker jacket. It's in really great shape because, again, it is new with tags. It says the suggested retail was $105, which is the main reason why I decided I would list this myself and not give it to Plato's Closet, because I think Plato's Closet 1000% would buy this from me. I've been doing really well at Plato's Closet lately. I have gone, I think, 3 or 4 times this year already, and on average, I am selling almost everything I'm bringing to them and making about $130 a trip. Knock on wood, that continues that way. Anyway, I do think I will be able to sell this for more myself than Plato's would give me for it. I think they might give me maybe $10 for something like this because it is a jacket. It would depend on if they put it as a lightweight or heavyweight jacket. Clearly it's a lightweight jacket, but they might weight it a little higher in the pricing scale because it is new with tags. All of that to say, I'm listing it myself. It is Nike, if I didn't get close and show you, new with tags, men's size extra large. And last but not least, the piece de resistance, sort of. I guess I got a really great mix of stuff, but this, I would say by far, is the most expensive retail item. Maybe not the thing that will sell for the most, but definitely the thing that costs the most retail. Again, a cashmere sweater. We love it. And this one is in really great shape as well. No holes and no visible stains. And I say that because after I got home, and first of all, let me back up a little bit. This, if you know, you know, This leather tab, if you ever see a leather tag on something and you can't read it, just know it likely says the Elder Statesman, and that is a very good brand. I believe this is one of their older tags. I think they use a giant like satin square tag now, and they don't use the leather tag anymore with their embossed logo. I don't know if you can even read that, but that does say the Elder Statesman, and I only knew that because I have found this particular tag before. I can't really even read it in person, but I knew what it said because I have found them before. Anyway, the Elder Statesman, their cashmere sweaters retail for around $1,000. This though, I don't know if you can see right here on the like very edge of the sleeve, it kind of looks like a flaw to the fabric. I first got home and noticed that. I was like, okay, you know, maybe someone ironed it weird. I wasn't exactly sure what was going on with it. And then as I did some further looking, as I was steaming it, I realized that someone had very skillfully covered a stain. I'm trying to like get it so that I can show you. It looks like a pen exploded on this sweater, but you would literally never know that. Look. It looks like someone took the stain that was right here, pinched it inward, and then sewed the sweater together. I do believe I could release that and let out this little seam here, but I'm absolutely not going to do that because to me that looks so much better than having a giant stain right there. It's almost not noticeable, but obviously because this is a piece that I listed, of all of the things in the rolling rack, I did list a few. This I know is listed, and I had a $120 offer that I didn't accept like a ding-a-ling because that came in like 30 minutes or so after I listed it. Anyway, all of that to say, I did definitely mention that it has an anomaly to the fabric and point it out and photograph it, all of the things. All of that to say, I did list this sweater for multiple hundreds of dollars, which is absolutely crazy, but that is the resale market for this brand, especially their higher quality materials. I think they make things other than cashmere, but I do think their staples are cashmere. So if you ever see the Elder Statesman, just know you found a small gold mine. So I'm very excited to see how this does. Even with this small flaw, I will be very interested to see how that does. This is, again, the second time I have found the Elder Statesman at the bins. And with that, we're done with this thrift haul, friends. If you want to let me know in the comments below which item I found is your favorite, that would be awesome. I really like the Elder Statesman sweater. I'm excited to see how the Houdini does, how the Max Mara sweater does, because hello, Max Mara cashmere, the Aloe pants, because that's not a brand I have a ton of experience with. And I really do like the wedding dress, and I love the rag and bone hat, all of the things. I think this was a really great mix of things from a few binge trips. Anyway, I've yapped on enough now. It's 30 minutes in. I will let you go. If you took the time to watch this video and you spent your social media currency with me today, I so appreciate you. And if you wouldn't mind just hitting like on your way out, that would be awesome. I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.